Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, the Monarchs of Wrestling proudly bring to you the post WrestleMania kickoff, which we call around here the Royal Rumble episode of Monarchs of Wrestling. It's your boy Cool McCain. Hopefully, we'll be joined by the Playmaker here in a few moments. But until then, hey, a lot happened at the Rumble. A lot happened on Raw and SmackDown, but honestly, after the Rumble, it's kind of like, so we'll see how things flow when we get this done. But in the meantime, I appreciate everyone that's hopping in to check us out. We're going to go ahead and follow the format. But before any of that, there's one thing I'd like to remind everybody. If you see those two side plates on the side, it's Super Bowl week. Philadelphia Eagles. No, this ain't a football show, but let's ride. I'm just kidding. Let's hunt. That's the thing. But to switch it back to where we need it to be to rock tonight, we're going to hit you with a little TNA review. You know how it go. Break. Pop back in. We're going to hit you with some good old-fashioned smooth AEW highlights. And honestly, probably just going to go to the Rumble itself because, I mean, there's other stuff that happened and that's cool, but we'll see. But before any of that starts, there's a gentleman that y'all used to see and I'm sure you're happy to see. And maybe the reason some of y'all even tuned in. Playmaker, what's going on?
What's up, man?
Chilling. Just letting people know what's going on. And also, hey, y'all, things might look a little wonky with me, but made a transition to a different environment. So still getting everything straight. So, you know what I'm saying? But we still gonna give it to you like X do. Oh, boy. So, yeah, man, time to go ahead and hit that TNA talk. All right, so we kick off TNA with a Nick Nemeth coming out. Of course, what does every guy say that loses the championship? I'm going to get my championship back. And if they're a good guy, they talk about how the other guy just was better on that night and blah, blah, blah. Of course, Nick Nemeth is a good guy in TNA. So his brother comes out and tells him that Joe Hendry's a fraud. And Nick says, no, he beat me fair and square, Ryan. So, you know, he earned it. Before they can go any further, out comes First Class. First Class is going to be their year. I know my co-host probably feels some type of way about that, but we probably doesn't even want to take the time to acknowledge it, but yeah. So Santino comes out. Santino's his alternative personality, but Santino comes out and says that AJ Francis and BKC are going to wrestle Ryan Nemeth and Nick Nemeth in the main event. So the main event you get is First Class versus the Nemeth brothers. We are so excited for that.
Yay.
What a main event, TNA. What a great match. All right, so the official liaison, Ariana Grace, comes out. She's speaking to Mean Gina Miller, and she gets interrupted by Tessa Blanchard. We don't spend a lot of time talking about Tessa Blanchard on here for obvious reasons, but she did interrupt him. Cora Jade and Zaya Brookshire had a physical altercation in the backstage area. Yeah, those of you who may not know what's happening, we have an agreement in place, of course, where TNA and NXT stars can be on both shows. So this is an example of that. Sometimes, I'm just going to say this, I'm not going to say it's in regards to any specific person, but what I'm going to say is sometimes it's not needed. I'm just going to leave that there. So Cora Jade has a match against Hyan. She is, quote unquote, crossing the line. And if you weren't an old school TNA fan, that's kind of like what the phrase was back in the day, crossing the line when you came to TNA. Of course, Cora Jade, bigger star, NXT, she wins. Zaya Brookside comes to help Hyan. and then gets attacked by Corey J from behind. And then Masha Slamovich basically runs Corey J off. So we then have an NXT interview, which is interesting, but Wesley and Tyson and Tyreek come out and say that they're going to take out anyone who stops them from getting the NXT title and the NXT Tag Team Championships. Last week it was the Rascals. This week it's Ace Austin. That's all I'm going to say about that. The personal concierge for the By Elegance girls, Ash and Heather, present Santino Marella with evidence that it wasn't the legal member of Spitfire who got the victory in the tag team title match. They're going to do a battle royal next week to determine who's going to get the next shot. So Santino is not just giving them a shot. They're going to have to earn it. And they're going to be having a match tonight, as well as Spitfire is going to have a match tonight, or had a match on that show. This was not one of the best episodes of TNA. Brian Myers from the System beat Leon. We have 4-on-1. You should win the match. And that's pretty much what happened. Mance Warner attacked Sami Callihan last week. He got attacked backstage by Sami Callihan tonight. You don't attack Sami Callihan. This guy spits on people. He's insane. But to switch gears back real quick, the Hardys come to Leon Slater's defense as he's getting beat down after the match. And they're going to help him fight the System next week. Another yay. The Hardys in a prominent match. Steve Macklin believes that Josh Alexander is going to betray Eric Young in the match, so he leaves. So you think somebody's going to betray your friend, so instead of sticking around to help, you leave.
I don't want to see this happen. I don't want to be here when this happens.
Yeah. Instead of being there to be like, let me look out for you when you do you wrong, you just going to bail on it. But hey, you know what? If that's the kind of friendship y'all got, y'all like it.
Sometimes you have to lead and make a point. This might be one of them times you have to. She had to leave this. So, all right, you don't want to believe me? Let me go about my business, and then when it happens, then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to leave.
Mustafa Ali had a match against. Okay, that's fair. Mustafa Ali had a match against Laredo Kid. Mustafa Ali, of course, won the match. Laredo Kid doesn't win any promotions in it, so for maybe a match in AAA. He doesn't win. We had Eric Young and Josh Alexander against the Northern Army. Ended up being a no contest match. So Eric Young turned on Josh Alexander and joined the Northern Army. He spiked DDT'd Alexander and stood tall with Judas Icarius and Travis Williams. Not forgetting, Eric Young is also a Canadian wrestler. So we got a little swerve there. I don't think anybody really cares, but we got a swerve there.
So we got a swerve going on here.
Yeah. So Josh Alexander will have the other guy in his corner next week, and they'll talk about how Eric Young's a turncoat and all that stuff. All right. Wesley beat Ace Austin. Tyson, Tyreek, and Wesley were going to beat the fool out of Ace Austin after the match, but the Rascals came and made the save for Ace Austin. It's not really a lot of exciting things that happen. Joe Hendry said he's going to do a concert next week on Impact, so that's cool. He's got the championship. Of course, he's got to show up. That's what everybody wants to see. Then we've got this wonderful, fantastical main event. The Nemeth Boys against First Class. Who do you think won the match, sir?
I mean, we're talking about the brothers here. Yeah, exactly. We're talking about the brothers here. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was the Nemeth Boys. So we got some comments here. So we're going to hop on those one quick, and then we'll take our break. And then we'll talk a little bit of AEW. We want to leave a lot of room for the Royal Rumble because a lot happened. And we need time to dissect it, talk about it. And also we need time to allow the fam to hop in here with us and give us their thoughts as well. So, yeah. All right. So Yolanda says, I was just about to ask where's Player Maker. Laugh out loud, but hey, guys.
That's the first time she has ever called me that.
Does it make you feel special?
She has never said that name. That's the first.
How do you feel about it?
It's a lot of firsts going on this year. Okay.
It is. Maybe she's really seeing you as a personality and not just family. It's a good thing. Yolanda also says, great Royal Rumble. I actually would have to agree. Y'all know I'm critical. But
very critical.
But y'all know when you did it the way you did, I ain't gonna be bad. And we'll save that till we get there.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we're gonna say one of the other comments for later too, because we're gonna show some respect on this show.
Daniel says, afternoon, everyone. What's up, DB Sports Highlights? Appreciate you always hopping in. I know the one you want to save, but this one I kind of actually agree with it. Damien says TNA booking is like the Mavs trading Luka for cheap change. Nothing makes sense.
What is up with this minority group of people saying the Mavs traded Luka for cheap change? Do y'all know what? This is not shooting lights out. I'm not going to go there. I already did my shooting lights out episode earlier today. But I'm pretty sure you know where I'm going with it.
I do, but I will say that there is an argument to be made for what Damien is saying. I'm not saying that I agree with the argument, but there is an argument to be made. I will just leave that there. We'll have to discuss that at some point, right? This feels like a basketball roundtable topic, like for real, because it's crazy work, but hey. So, ladies and gentlemen, wonderful people, or not so wonderful people. If you're not a wonderful person, that's a decision that you're making, not us. But either way, about to take a commercial break. Before we do, we want to shout out Real Wise Radio as well as 502 Angel Radio. 2 places that you can listen to your Monarchs on the radio. And we live on Real Wise Radio. In effect, as we speak with it. Commercial break time. We'll be back. And some of these you're going to hear for the last time for a minute because seasons change. And some things ain't the main thing no more. But they are.
Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on YouTube and where you can find podcasts. Rams fans all around the world.
It's a beautiful thing to be a Rams fan right now. Stafford's back. We will see about Cup. And running back Kerryon Williams to a return.
Lend me your ears, or should I say lend Playmaker your ears, as he breaks down week by week everything in the Los Angeles Rams canon.
Number 99, Aaron Donald. Can't wait for 2029 to come to know that you are going in the Hall of Fame, and it should be first ballot, no questions asked.
Join the Playmaker as he breaks down everything Los Angeles Rams style in Ramily Talk on the Playmakers Blog Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. You want your commanders to be repped right? Well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. Eastern, 10:05 a.m. Central on the Sotoba Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers? Right side. Commanders. Where my soldiers? Left side.
All right, good people. You know, sometimes we go a little long on commercials. We chopping it there. We banging this out. Go ahead.
Full disclosure. I tried Wednesday. I couldn't do it.
Okay.
So whatever you want to talk about with this right here, go for it. I tried. I couldn't do it.
Fair enough. We'll just go through the matches here.
All right, because I couldn't do it.
There's been after Royal Rumble, like my mind is it's crazy. All right, so we started off the show with Will Ospreay versus Brian Cage. Of course, Will Ospreay won the match,
But he didn't leave a winner.
no, he didn't. Omega got beat down backstage, and then Ospreay had to go back there, put his body between him and the bad guys. So, there's that. And he got beat down after the win. And then Splinter came out to help him. It's kind of crazy. He was trying to go back there, got beat up. Splinter had to come help him after he got beat up during the match backstage. Crazy. This is crazy.
The good guys got their ass whooped.
Sometimes you need that for some sympathetic build. Jeff Jarrett had the match he wanted against Claudio. He did not win the match. I mean, I don't think most people felt he was, but he didn't win the match. After the match, of course, MJF came out.
Okay, and that was it's nice that you did something that made sense. But it was kind of hard to figure. Oh, if he beat Claudio, he gets a title shot. Oh hell! But they went the logic route for once.
Yeah. Now, also, when MJF came out, he didn't even run him down. The one thing I'll say about the match is it should have took help from two other guys for Claudio to beat Jeff Jarrett. I mean, I know you want to make this last year of Jeff Jarrett's career mean something, but come on.
I tried. I couldn't do it. I couldn't. I just couldn't.
Hangman Page tried to find Swerve Strickland backstage, but instead he ran the MJF.
Bro, what is up with Hangman and Swerve, bro? We already been through this. Didn't Hangman win the last match?
Yeah, it was the one where he injected a needle into Swerve's neck or something on it, something crazy. We then had a match between Ricochet and AR Fox. AR Fox's got is connected to Swerve, so that's kind of what the purpose of the match were.
And this is why I couldn't do it.
Yeah, Ricochet won. He was going to stab AR Fox with the golden scissors. Swerve grabbed him. He almost hit him with a stomp, but he used AR Fox as a shield and ran off because Ricochet's a coward.
I can't. Scissors. I can't. That's why I was saying I couldn't. I ended up turning to that point. I'm like, yeah, I can't do it. No, I just can't do it.
So Powerhouse Hobbs delivered a warning from the crib to Big Bill. Whatever. Excuse me. When he gets cleared to compete, he's going to send Big Bill to Hades. Did another New York minute. We're not going to talk about it, but it did happen. We're not going to talk about it because it's garbage, in my opinion, but it did happen. All right. Jay White had a match with Wheeler Yuta. Wherever one member of the squad goes, there's normally more than one, either from the beginning or somewhere in the middle of the match, like here. So Yuta almost broke Jay White's ankle, but he got caught with a Blade Runner and lost. He hit Yuta with the second Blade Runner. That's what brought out the Death Riders. Rated FTR came out and made the save. So, nobody got badly hurt. I mean, storyline-wise, some of these matches, like putting it together makes sense. So at least we're getting that piece. Now it's turning the corner of the execution making sense. But I would rather have C quality, D quality matches that fit in the storylines than 5-star matches for no reason, right? Because at least we're headed in the right direction. I mean, you would want both parts.
For how long?
I'm just saying, you got to take the good with the bad. Like Jesus said, you got to take the good with the bad. All right. Dax Harwood laid out a challenge, FTR versus the Death Riders in a Mid-South street fight for Collision. We won't be talking about that because it's Collision. They have done enough to be on Monarchs of Wrestling as of yet with that show. You'll have to prove to us that you belong there. So, good luck with that, Collision. Mariah May tells Toni Storm that she's better than any version of Toni Storm, timeless, whatever.
Tony responded on Collision.
Yeah, Tony's thing happened on Collision. Why
y'all had Tony respond on Collision? Why she couldn't respond on Dynamite?
Trying to get people to care about Collision, bro. It makes sense.
It does. I'm just saying.
But I mean, we all wanted on Dynamite. That's the only one people watching right now. That's why they're trying to start doing stuff on Collision like they should have done when it first started, so people would care by now. But cocaine tornadoes and powder tornadoes make you make bad decisions. But maybe he's either calmed down or his tolerances went up. One of those two things.
Just know Tony Storm ran Mariah way down in her promo.
Yeah.
I love Mariah May, but there's a reason why you're the pooper and she's the teacher.
All I gotta say is the timeless cakes are always timeless. And Mariah May is not devoid of cakeage either. So just throwing it out there. AEW aired a vignette highlighting that we're going to get the Yas Boys back. Of course, they're calling them the Guns, but they'll always be the Yas Boys. Know why?
And it's not because of their dad either.
That could be part of it, but there's definitely other reasons.
Oh, I know the reason why you said that.
Yes, sir.
Make sure I always know the true meaning behind what you said. It ain't because of good old Billy Gunn either.
The Hurt Syndicate promised after they won the titles last week, they showed a video that they're ready to take on any challenge, of course. Mercedes Moné fought Yuka Sakazaki.
The best match on the show.
Agreed, but in all fairness, there was no competition. Mercedes Moné won. Yuka Sakazaki, whenever she appears in AEW, is normally on the losing end. Definitely a down week, I would say, for AEW overall, but they did advance some storylines. So
I would give them this. They let the ladies main event. I give them that. That is something.
Yes, sir, they did. They definitely did that. All right, so good people, we're gonna hit a commercial, and then really, I'm gonna let Playmaker loose with the Royal Rumble stuff because I know he is locked, cocked, and ready to rock.
Oh yeah, y'all getting straight Royal Rumble. I don't care what happened on Raw. I don't care what happened on SmackDown. I don't even care what happened on NXT. Straight Royal Rumble.
I threw it in there in case we wanted to talk about or touch on anything, but I anticipated 95% being the Royal Rumble, so not a big surprise. All right, y'all. Break number 2, and then we in now.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete!
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy and now begins a future one of matrimony, or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another Beating a Dead Horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network proudly presents The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday morning beginning April 29th at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Just kidding, y'all. Just kidding.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crown they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific time zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Everything Boston. I love you morons. New Kids on the Block, New Edition.
Dear whatever the law firm is. Sincerely, the U.S. Supreme Court.
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. Go yourself again, Jason Whitlock.
Back in the building. Let's go, Playmaker.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Indianapolis, Indiana was the place to be, as Pat McAfee and those of the Indiana people showed up for the Royal Rumble, giving us a great start to the road to the WrestleMania. And we kicked it off with the women's Royal Rumble match. We knew who was going to be in it, but we wanted to see who was coming back. We couldn't wait for Charlotte's music to hit because we've been waiting for the Queen for 2 years, dealing with ACL injuries. And honestly, now we found out, and you hush, okay? Try to see what was going to happen. Who would get to choose between Mommy on Raw or TV Time on SmackDown? And how we kick it off, Io Sky gets the #1 entry. Okay. Nothing wrong with that, you know. Everybody loves to see Io Sky make her great entrance. Who we gonna pair her up with? Liv Morgan. Oh. So we gonna rekindle a little rivalry here. They kick the women's up. Okay. I see what you're doing, Trip. I see what you're doing. All right. Let's get this party started. And before I continue on, the NXT ladies, phenomenal job. Phenomenal job.
Phenomenal cakes as well.
The fact Roxanne came in, she was the third one. So you had Roxanne, you had Last Legend, you had Jada Parker, you had Julia, you had Stephanie Burkett. Every last one of them from NXT, phenomenal. It was so phenomenal. They actually let us get a stare down between Stephanie and Julia. I'm like, oh, no, they didn't. Oh, they ain't messing around here.
They were not. This is
so NXT ladies, round of applause. Y'all did great. And Roxanne Perez is the tops on that list, as she lasted the longest out of everybody. Any of the women's Royal Rumble. We're talking 1 hour and 7 minutes in the match. And she came in at number 3. Now, it was nice that they didn't forget about their Intercontinental Champion and Lyra Valkyrie and the United States Champion Chelsea Green. Good to see those belts get involved in the Rumble.
They're still new. They haven't devalued them yet. We'll see if they don't.
But it was nice that y'all get in the Rumble too.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, PFC. The PFC was in the Rumble, and then when all three came out, they were dominant. While the three of them was in the ring together, I gotta be fair about it. But I got a serious question: is it me or is it Zoe Stark the one that's literally the main one that's standing out of this group?
Yeah. She's the list. Never mind.
I'm talking about far as her in-ring skills at this moment.
Yes, but I was also going to say something that's not necessarily needed. So, yeah.
I'm like, Zoe Starks has been, she's picked her game up.
She has.
That's good to see. Of course, we was going to see Nia Jax and Raquel Rodriguez and Meacham and all the other ones that's been all up in these rivalries. Of course, we was going to see them.
Of course.
But her WWE debut happened at the Rumble. Jordan Grace,
the Juggernaut,
officially a WWE member.
Officially official.
First match in the Rumble. Now, here's where some just because we did have the tag team champions in there. We already knew that. But a hug between Grace and Naomi was very touching. But not to win the EST of WWE Bianca Belair. That's a little teaser. Because after that, they went back to being teammates and started beating up everybody else. And matter of fact, thank you, ladies, for actually eliminating PFC. You did everybody a favor.
Yes.
So, yes, we are thankful for the Power Cakes for doing something for us. And then the returns. Of course, Charlotte comes in 27. But before Charlotte came in, that music hit. And I seen them two ponytails. I'm good for the night. Alexa Bliss returned. I said, oh, and then she went back to the 2 ponytails. I said, yes, I'm good now. I'm good. I don't care. I'm good now. Now, even though Cole Johnson is not in the chat, we had a little discussion because Harley Bliss came back. And what with some of you new here, which you don't know, the rise of Alexa Bliss was happening at the same time when the Harley Quinn movie was on the rise as well. So WWE had Alexa Bliss portrayed in her looks Harley Quinn. So that's why I call her Harley Bliss, which is my favorite Bliss, by the way. Now, cool, you might feel different, but that's just me.
I mean,
I love Harley Bliss.
I'm indifferent. I'm indifferent to Alexa Bliss, period.
Fair enough. So that was great. So you thought, and you know how I feel about Alexa Bliss returning. And then Trish Stratus entered the Royal Rumble.
Now that, sir, I'm not indifferent to Trish Stratus.
You know who number one on my list?
The Canadian Cougar.
Well then, I can't complain. I already knew I was getting Charlotte Black, so I mean, I'm good. 3 for 3 for me. And of course, Nia Jax comes in at 29 and tries to ruin everything, as she's supposed to. And then we're trying to figure out who's number 30. A mixed reaction on the internet, not in the stadium, though. Let's make that clear. Mixed reaction on the internet, not at Lucas Oil Stadium, when number 30 arrived. Because number 30 turned out to be Nikki Bella. And if I'm not mistaken, This is not a one and done thing with Nikki Bella this go around, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe Nikki Bella might have signed a contract with WWE.
That's the Nikki Bella news. I scrolled past it, so I don't know.
So we might be getting a Nikki Bella run again. Just throwing it out there. But we all know by now, the Queen, Charlotte Flair, toss Roxanne Perez out to win the 2025 Royal Rumble. Now, here's the funny thing about it. And I'm pretty sure Triple H them, they knew it was coming. Because a lot of people say, oh, Charlotte shouldn't have won this and that. And then Becky didn't return. Well, cool, correct me if I'm wrong. If Becky Lynch would have came back and she would have won, wouldn't it be the same thing with Charlotte Flair?
Worse, probably.
Now, the sad part for me and Koo is our girl Thunder Case didn't make an appearance.
That was sad. So I think you could have had Thunder Case and Nikki Bella in my mind. And you picked Nikki Bella. Disappointed.
So, we didn't get Becky Lynch. We didn't get Jade Cargill. So, we still waiting for them to officially return on TV. You can say they're on a contract, they signed a contract, whatever. Until they make it to our TV, they have not returned.
Right.
So,
agreed.
But hey, the Queen is going to WrestleMania, sir.
This is all I have to say to that. Darn it. Why Charlotte have to come back?
Because she's the Queen.
Damien, I know my co-host does not echo that sentiment, but Damien, I am with you, my Hispanic brother, on that. The half will come up forever. For you, my brother. I'm with you. While we're in the comments, we might as well go ahead and hit these other ones real quick. I know my co-host is itching with performance. Yolanda said, I don't like Liv Morgan already, but she really pissed me off in the Royal Rumble.
I know why, too.
Yolanda, I echo your sentiment as well.
Do you know why? Do you know why, though?
You can enlighten us, sir.
I will. Because her next comment is the reason why.
This year's Women's Royal Rumble was better than the last two. I agree with Damien on that.
Hey, man, we had a moment when Batgirl match was taking place. You know, Bianca, Naomi, Last Legend, B5. I was like, okay. And then your United States champ decided to get in the middle of it for whatever reason.
Man. I'm going to call... trying to make sure that I've properly named. I'm talking about the proper names. Okay, so I'm just gonna say there was a bunch of deliciousness on the cakeage in a women's rumble match. You just named a lot of the wonderful-rific cakeage. Obviously the Queen does not fall into that category, but that is okay. But yeah,
when you're the Queen, it don't matter.
Well, it matters for the cakeage talk.
You don't have when you're the Queen, some things just doesn't matter. And yes, for those who don't know, if you go back to her last comment, she is like me. We are both Alexa Bliss fans. And guess who eliminated Alexa Bliss? Liv Morgan.
The comment is, my girl is back. Yes. I will say this. While I'm a little indifferent to not to Liv Morgan, to Alexa Bliss, there's something about the Harley Quinn one.
She got the pop of the night.
It's kind of hot, right? kind of hot.
She got the pop of the night on the women's side. The men's side, I can't tell who got the pop of the night. Good gracious! Every time somebody came in, it was a darn pop.
Yeah. Damien says, not gonna lie, I almost thought Jordan Grace was gonna get a hernia after picking up Popper.
Man, she picked her up like it wasn't nothing.
Hyper, he's saying, but yeah.
Jordan Grace picked her up like she wasn't nothing. I'm like, good gracious, this woman here.
Damien says, is it me? Or does Trish look a little different from the last time we saw her? Like she did something with her face a little bit. I think she, there's a lot of creams out there to kind of help with like crow's feet and wrinkles, and I think she's been using some of that. So her face looks a little tighter and a little bit more youthful. But it doesn't like any work.
Hey, I don't know if Damien noticed or not, but even though she's not wrestling, she's still doing stuff. Especially in Canada.
She's very active too. That helps her assets to stay in place.
She's just not sitting down in retirement. She's working.
Yeah, she's active mother. Yolanda says, I wasn't mad about Nikki, but I wanted to see Jade being there somewhere. Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like it was Jade or Nikki, and they picked Nikki. I mean, nobody said that they'll never come out and say it. That's what I feel.
I wonder if Jade was actually there.
That he heard Nikki Bella is on a retirement tour with WWE. That would be so ironic if her and John Cena were both on retirement tours together. That would be so ironic.
Actually, I think that's what it is.
Yeah, honest. I think so too. Cole is in the building. Cole says the queen pancakes. You have too many cakes stacked up even for pancakes, but you are correct, sir. You are correct.
You got too many, but you're correct.
Yeah. Good evening, Monarchs. Because in all fairness to Cole, they don't have a single layer one pancake that you can find, because that would have been apropos in this situation. But in all fairness to Mr. Johnson, he did the best of what was available to him. Mr. Johnson then says, good evening, Monarchs. Good evening to you, Mr. Johnson. Thank you for tuning in. Cole says Jordan picked up. Oh, I'm doing this in the right voice. Jordan picked up the Cake Factory. That was impressive.
How about if you do that for his last comment? Because you know how he feel about her.
Oh, yes. He says Jada Parker, though. Cake, 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 cake. And he could add 2 or 3 more. But I will say this. Of the NXT women, no one can argue me down that Lash Legend is not the queen of the caked up and caked outness. Lash has a level of cakery that is just very difficult to have.
I was
there are lots of cakes. Lashes.
They literally
admirable cakes.
They put Lash Legend, Bianca Belair, Naomi, Jada Parker, B-Fab all in the ring at the same time.
And B-Fab, so she doesn't have a lot of cakeage. She got a little bit, but those legs with the cakeage, it's like long cakes.
Let's just put it like this: we had a lot of diversity in the ladies'
Yes,
Rumble.
And then Sky come in with them Asian cakes, man. I'm sure I remember Bailey somewhere.
Yeah, Bailey was there. Bailey was there.
Yes, she was.
Don't forget the NXT champion was in there too.
Oh, Yolanda. Oh, woo. Whew.
You gotta give Cool a month to figure that one out.
Mm-hmm.
He can't figure that out off the top of his head right now.
Mm-hmm. That's the question and a half. We'll get to in a second here, but Cole says Lash Legend, easy on the eyes and looking better in the ring. Trick is a lucky man. I would agree with that comment. 300 billion thousand trillion percentage. Cole also says the Women's Rumble cake overload, sir. My sweet tooth was acting up watching the match. Damien says the queen has silicone cakes.
Well,
Only Damien.
too bad Andrade won't be touching those anymore.
I don't think Andrade is too worried about it. None of them seem to be able to keep no.
Matter of fact, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Selena Vega was in there too.
Yeah, that's the compact cakes, because those are big for the body. Those are compact cakes. You gotta start calling them compact cakes. So this is the question that I'm gonna need some time on here. Yolanda asked the question: Lash versus Glow. Who cakes win? She's put who wins cakes, but who cakes win? I know what she's trying to say. I'm gonna try to come up with an answer.
By the time we get to Elimination Chamber, my sister Cool McCain will have an answer for you. That should be enough time for him to do what he needs to do.
I need to contemplate and ponder on that. So I appreciate you. Yes, we'll do it. So Cole says, "Why you playing at Damien? Charlotte may have had a BBL treatment. BBL treatment." She still ain't thinking of this nigga though. Cole also says, "Ooh, Yolanda with the bomb question. I lean more Lash, but Glow got some nice cakeage." That's what I'm saying, Cole. Like you. See, I have to take the time with this. This is a show-altering question.
But so, in all fairness, putting my fandom to the side and Cool's hatred, dislike, whatever you want to call it, to the side, the fact that Charlotte came back and was able to perform because she was gone for 2 years because of an ACL injury.
I'll give her that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not denying the talent. But the issue is,
I know the issue, but I'm saying she was gone for 2 years.
I don't have a hate for Charlotte. I have a hate with how easily she gets the top position whenever she decides that she's there. That's my issue. It's like, oh, Charlotte's back. She got to be a champion, or she got to be involved in the main story. That's my issue.
Hey. Some people it works, some people it doesn't.
I'm definitely on the doesn't side. When you start calling Charlotte Cena.
Man, her last name is Flair. That's all you need to know. If you want to be real honest.
Oh, Yolanda says that Playmaker, you can also answer.
I have to step more into Cool McCain's world. And forget
EC preview show, Yolanda, I got you.
and forget what I'm supposed to be actually doing. But that was the Women's Royal Rumble. The Queen is heading to WrestleMania. Then our next match is for Tag Team Gold. The WWE Tag Team Champions in 2 out of 3 falls match. DIY defending it against Motor Machine Gun. I have to admit, this match, the flow of the match didn't go to how I thought it was going to go. And then definitely didn't go the way that Cole Johnson thought it was going to go. You seen the chat.
I did. It didn't need to be 2 out of 3 falls in my opinion, but it was. But I do enjoy my boys getting a pound of flesh.
That was interesting. But here, I gotta give DIY this. That was a great way of getting the first pinfall. The fake was phenomenal. I think it was it Chris Sabin that was in the ring and didn't know who was legal. Great job. It's a monster champion got the first pinfall. Then of course it's 2 out of 3 falls, so you know who's going to win the second fall.
Motor City. Gotta go 3 falls.
You gotta go 3 falls, especially at a PLE. And then we need a third fall. Who gonna get it? Well, looks like Motor City Machine Gun's finna get it. They on a roll, and then somebody in the black hoodie is on one side of the ring, and then somebody with another hoodie with a crutch that's cracked on the back of Alex Shelley. Trying to find out that was D'Angelo, that was Mr. Dawkins, and then on the other side, distracting the rebel was Montez Ford, and everybody is shocked. The Street Profits that's cost Machine Gun the tag team champions. What is going on here? DIY gets out the ring. They happy. We didn't forget. This is basically what the Street Profits said to them. We didn't forget. And busting with the same crutch.
This is what we need from the Street Profits. We need, I'm going to steal a little John Cena from you there. Ruthless aggression. That's what the Street Profits is missing. Everybody wanted to need to break up and all that. They just both need to exhibit ruthless aggression.
It's one person in the chat that's calling for it. So,
and it'll be love. That's all that's needed. Ruthless aggression. Y'all won't be trying to throw Angelo under the bus so Montez can be a solo star. They can do that and still be a tag team if they both have ruthless aggression. That's what's needed.
But I will say that third fall did leave a bad taste in people's mouth, though. Cause damn. Damn. Like that, damn. But hey, the Street Profits, they made their voices heard physically. So we'll see if and when they'll get their title, the rightful title shot that they have never gotten.
Right. You know why they did it? Because they wanted to make sure that they beat the dog poop out of DIY and take them belts from them. That's why they did it. It was still ruthless aggression. That's what I want.
So that happened. And then we get to a very, very brutal match. The WWE Universal Championship was on the line in a ladder match between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. And that was a ladder match. That was a ladder match.
They did exhibit a lot of ruthless aggression in that match as well. Put it out there.
Oh my goodness. Didn't need chairs. Didn't need tables. Just ladders.
Facts.
Man. At one point, you're thinking Cody Rhodes is done. Then the next moment, Kevin Owens is the one that's done because good gracious. And I'm gonna say this: like, does every time Kevin Owens is in the ring, do we have to do the freaking blockbuster? Because we all know Kevin Owens not getting suplex off the top rope. Have you seen Kevin Owens get suplex off the top rope? I've never seen this man get suplex off the top rope. So why do everybody keep doing that?
I don't have an answer, sir.
But when you add a ladder to it, makes you really question why do y'all keep doing that? And Kevin Owens got the worst of that exchange, by the way. I'm surprised he didn't get a concussion. He probably still got a concussion because he took an Alabama slam through the ladder by Cody Rhodes, which is Sami Zayn came out there, but he ain't do nothing. And I think that was everybody's like, oh, what's Sami gonna do? What's Sami ain't do nothing. He just stood there and watched. He watched two people that he friends with damn near kill each other.
Yes, he did.
He ain't getting involved, but oh my gosh, that was crazy. Damian, I feel you, but the way that match went, we ain't need nobody interfering.
Nah.
Man,
So
ain't
y'all,
nobody interfering.
we are checking the comments, but we're gonna slide through these matches real quick, and then we're gonna hit the comments before we hit the men's room.
I'm just gonna get Damien out of the way. We ain't need no interference in that match. That was the way them two fought. That's all you needed.
Yeah.
But Cody Rhodes, as we all predicted, was going to win this match. And then after the match, I think we all knew that we weren't going to see neither one of them. We might not see neither one of them for quite some time.
We'll see Cody with some bandages on Friday because he can't stay away. Even if he has to come down in a wheelchair and get lifted into the ring, he'll be there.
Dude, he didn't even make the press conference. That's how I know.
I'm just saying, Cody gonna find a way.
If you couldn't make it to the press conference, I'm not expecting you to make it. Well, he probably gonna show up on SmackDown, but he won't be on. He won't be on Raw. That's for sure.
He won't be on Raw, but he'll be on SmackDown.
He would not be on Raw tonight. That's for sure. That man is her team in all capital letters.
Oh, they destroyed themselves. Decimation.
Okay. Both of them are hurt. Kevin Owens got busted open, and Cody Rhodes is her team.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was crazy. That was a hell of a match.
But we needed that. We needed a definitive end to Kevin Owens pretending he's going to be champion. Challenging Cody Rhodes for the championship. My bad.
And then we get to the main event. I want y'all to highlight that word "main event," okay? Yes, so this is where, because I need y'all to highlight that word, because this is where I'm gonna get on all y'all, okay? Once I get done talking about this match. Now, Triple H was in his bag for the men's. Triple H was in his bag. Tell you why Triple H was in his bag. Rey Mysterio, who had the record before Gunther broke it, of being the longest person in a men's Royal Rumble. Difference is, Rey Mysterio actually won the Royal Rumble that year. Gunther didn't. Royal Rumble so Rey Mysterio gets number one. All right, who number two? Who number two? Penta is number two. Wait a minute here. So we finna kick this thing off with Rey Mysterio and Penta out the gate. Okay, Trips. And by the way, congratulations on being the headliner for the Hall of Fame. But how did you feel when you saw? Well, Triple H is the headline for this year's 2025 class Hall of Fame, WWE Hall of Fame. So yes, the game is getting put into the Hall of Fame
for about the fifth time.
But how did you feel when Penta music hit second?
I was like, this makes a lot of sense. And then when he hit him with the Cero Nieto, Penta all day.
And I said, okay, we're going to kick this up with two luchadors in the match. All right, let's go. And then who comes out number 3? This is why I say Triple H was in his bag. He brings in Chad Gable number 3. We already got 2 luchadors in the match, and he lost to both of them already. Mm-hmm. And it's something my brother pointed out. If you notice how this thing went, Triple H put all his high flyers in there first.
Mm-hmm.
You had Carmelo Hayes come out. He's Carmelo Hayes now. He's not him no more. He needs. I need him to get on the win streak before I call him again. He's Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes.
I might still call him Mello. I might still give him Mello, but he's definitely not him.
Carmelo Hayes. Then you have Santos Escobar coming. I'm like, okay, we finna be flying around here. Okay, let's get it.
But it gave them a chance to have the style of match that is exciting for them and exciting for us to watch before you started bringing all the big, brawly, meaty men like Otis.
Then Otis. Ooh, okay. And then when Braun Breaker moves, I said, "Oh, here we go." All right, let's get my spirit spree on, and that's exactly what he did. So when he came in the ring, Carmella Hayes ate his spirit, and Carmella Hayes was the first one eliminated. First elimination, Carmella Hayes. Ain't that something? And then Akira Tozawa was supposed to enter the ring, but Carmella Hayes felt some type of way and bust him in the back of the head. Somebody need to take his spot. ISO Speed. Yes, the YouTuber ISO Speed in the Royal Rumble. Doing his thing, having fun, and all of a sudden, I'm gonna tell you like this: Braun Breaker went back to the gridiron days because he treated ISO Speed like ISO caught a screen pass, was finna turn up fit, and got drilled. Yep, you're a YouTuber, huh? Get up out of here. Then all of a sudden, you see Sheamus, Jimmy Uso, Andrade in the ring, and then Jacob Fatu music hit, and I said, "Oh hell, here we go. Who's gonna stop this man from destroying everybody?" One thing I can say about WWE, they know how to make a guy look good without winning the Rumble.
Yes, they do. I agree with that 100%.
Because Jacob Fatu, we figured he wasn't gonna win the Rumble. We just didn't know how he wasn't gonna win the Royal Rumble because who's gonna stop him?
That made it make sense. Oh, go ahead. I don't want to jump ahead.
Oh no, I got you. Then you bring in Ludwig Kaiser, the Miz, the TNT World Champion, shows up. Joe Hendricks.
TNA. You said TNT, but TNA.
Oh, TNA. And here's the funny part. Here's the funny part. Joe Hendricks doing his thing. You know how the crowd is when Joe Hendricks is in the ring. Sheamus is in the corner that's enjoying this whole entire thing right now. And Braun Breaker got enough. And Sheamus like, "What are you doing?" "I was enjoying that." I'm like, "Here we go." It was funny. I'm like, Sheamus is really in the corner like, "What is going on here right now?" You can see it. And he is like, "Okay, I'm with it." Until no more. Then after Joe Hendry enters the ring, the Tribal Chief. Now, Tribal Chief got a strange, I think it was 17. I'm like, oh, Tribal Chief come in at 17. Don't like the mods. Even if you is my Tribal Chief. But he comes in. Right after him is Drew McIntyre. And you know exactly who Drew McIntyre coming for. Finn Balor, then Shinsuke Nakamura. And then Jey Uso hits.
Darth Nakamura.
70-something thousand people all yeeting with Jey music hits.
I was yeeting too.
And then my boy returned the phenomenal AJ Styles returns after Jey Uso.
And not only did he return, he gave us the song that we care about.
He came back to the old song.
Because
by the way,
they don't want none.
By the way, Triple H, you heard Cody Rhodes at the press conference, but not the press conference, the kickoff. We want Sheamus' old music back too.
Yeah, we don't want this new crap. Some people need to be changed. I personally like the old Roman Reigns theme more too, but you know, it's whatever.
So if we can bring AJ Styles old music back, we can bring Sheamus' old music back.
We need too many nights.
And then, you know, everybody's still in the ring at this moment in time. And then Braun's music hit. Oh, we know what's going to happen here. Braun didn't forget. And guess what? The Samoan Rebels is still in the ring. So we know what's about to go down. We finna run this back. And yes, Braun Strowman was the one to eliminate Jacob Fatu.
And it made sense. After you walk a mud hole, stomp a mud hole in somebody, walk it dry, and then stomp the mud hole again and leave it. That's how they treat you the next time they see you. It was definitely on site for Braun Breaker with Jacob Fatu. Definitely on site.
And then after Braun Strowman made his entrance, the farewell tour officially began because John Cena music hit. And this is how crazy this was. Remember, Roman Reigns is already in the ring already. Now John Cena's in the ring. He does some stuff. None of the main stars eliminated. CM Punk music hits. You have John Cena, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk all staring at each other. By the time they realized what was going on, it was a countdown to the next entry, and it was Seth Rollins music. And Seth Rollins, he just went straight to CM Punk.
And I'm not gonna front. You know, I was at Raw after WrestleMania and everything, so I was kind of in that vibe. So felt like I was there because I was with the songs, like I was there, bro. It was great.
I'm like, that stretch was ridiculous. And then, because look, Roman Reigns is already in the ring. He got a Raw number. Let's call it what it is. John Cena music hits. The very next entry is CM Punk music. And then the very next entry is Seth Rollins. Like, oh, we going in. Oh, here we go. And you know how WWE like to do it. When they bring you up, they got to bring you back down. And then Dominic Mysterio music hit.
Bro, why in all that is holy was Dominic Mysterio in the world? I'm just saying.
To be the buzzkill. That was his only purpose.
That had to be the only purpose because it's awful.
Because look where he replaced that. Right after Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and John Cena entered. All right, the crowd is at a high. Now we can bring them back down now.
And they definitely did that.
Then Sami Zayn music hits. Damian Priest. Then we got to 29, and me and my brother was like, okay, this is LA Knight. Who number 30? And then it dawned on me who was going to be number 30. Probably the only person who can get booed more than Dominic Mysterio, which is hard to say. But somehow this man is more hated in the world than Dom Mysterio. That's when it dawned on me. When I realized that I forgot somebody, before we got to 30, I realized who it was. And it was Logan freaking Paul.
And he's definitely more hated than Dominic Mysterio. He's more hated than the New Day.
I said, oh my. You know how you had one of those moments that like before it happens and it hits you and you're like, no, not.
Yeah. I went through a similar experience, sir.
That's it.
That was the ultimate buzzkill. But to that ultimate buzzkill at 30.
Man, and then that's when it got real. Mm-hmm. Finally realized it was Logan. I was like, oh Lord, Logan Paul might win this darn thing. Oh my God, this is not happening right now. And then, this is what me and my brother are thinking at this moment.
I'm like, he ain't gonna win.
And then all of a sudden we got down to 6. John Cena, Jey Uso, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Logan Paul. I'm like, okay. So our three main choices are still in the ring right now. All right, where this gonna go at? And then our 3 choices got eliminated because they all decided to fight each other.
And I was happy to be wrong. And I said, if I could pick who I want to win, it would be the year of all years, but I don't believe WWE is going to give him that opportunity. That's what I said last week.
So now we're down to John Cena, Logan Paul, and Jey Uso. And it's like, Okay, we already know John Cena ain't winning because they already got him in the Elimination Chamber, so that don't make no sense.
And if Logan Paul wins, nobody's gonna watch WrestleMania.
So now we down to Jey Uso and Logan Paul is like,
I'm like,
we like you said, we don't believe we don't believe they're gonna pull the trigger on Jey Uso. So it's like, don't let me tell you, and this is how my sister can confirm this. Is still watching. My brother can't stand John Cena. My brother and sister can't stand John Cena, but they will take John Cena over Logan Paul any day of the week.
When they got it under them 3, bro, I could feel it. The yeet started rising. The yeet of truth started rising.
And then Logan Paul gets eliminated, and then we're down to John Cena and Jey Uso.
And that's when I started going, yeet.
Okay. And then, I had to keep it back in my mind. Card's subject to change. So maybe John Cena might not be in the Elimination Chamber. They might do something. They might do something else with John Cena. He might make an appearance and do a promo, whatever. But wait a minute. Back and forth. Okay. This is crazy. This is how crazy it is. The respect for John Cena and the love for Jey Uso. We didn't get the usual yay, boo. We got the yeet, yay, yeet, yay. Like you would never expect that, right? With the John Cena fight. The boo got replaced with yeet. So it's like, okay. They both get onto the ring apron. It's like, oh boy, here we go. Well, it's getting real intense right now. Everybody's on the edge of their seats because we don't know. Nobody knows where they're going to go with this now. Nobody really knows.
I knew. I could feel it.
You felt it, but okay.
I knew.
Where
I believed it.
It's going to be Jay, but it's John Cena though. It's still John Cena though. Come on, Jay. Yeah. They struggle. John Cena put him in a fireman's carrier. Jay gets out of it, pushes him off. Jay wins. Let me tell you how influential Pat McAfee is. Okay. Jay won, right? Everybody's eating, right? Guess who's on the announce table eating with Pat McAfee and Michael Cole? Way back. Everybody's eating. 70,000+ at Lucas Oil Stadium yeeting.
Cool McCain. Yeeted till my arms hurt.
They pulled the trigger on Jey Uso. Now, this is where with the last 4 minutes I got to get in shooting lights out, this will be called a freaking foul, And this was gonna go out to the internet. Y'all upset that Jey Uso won. Right? Let me explain something to y'all, because y'all seem don't know how to put 2 and 2 together. So let me do the math for you, okay? Co-host, what do they call Jey Uso?
Main event.
Say that again.
Main event. Jey Uso.
What happens to the winner of the Royal Rumble match?
They are in the main event of WrestleMania.
Remember I told y'all to highlight the word main event when I started to talk about the men's Royal Rumble?
Yeet.
If you gonna call somebody main event,
yeet.
Why would he not main event?
Yeet.
PLEs.
Yeet.
If you're gonna market him,
yeet,
as main event.
Yeet.
Not to mind you, he's the number one face in WWE. He's a bigger face than Cody Rhodes, believe it or not.
Yeet.
He's the top selling merch in WWE right now.
Yeet.
Can y'all don't know how to do math? Did we live into in the society where math is no longer done properly?
Yeet.
Because guess what? If John Cena would have won, Guess what y'all would have been doing?
The same thing.
They just get into him because he on retirement, so they want him to get 17 and do up. And people with a brains, because there are some out there, said, "Why do it? Why do it so quickly if they gonna go that route? He's wrestling the entire year.
Yeah.
You can plan his retirement tour out. If you want to give him a 17 championship, they can plan it out and make it actually mean something, not just give it to him." How many times have Habib been upset? Oh, I'm talking about the internet. When Jey Uso came so close to beating Gunther for the Intercontinental title. How many people was upset? How was the internet doing? How did the internet feel when Jey Uso came so close to beating Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship? How did you feel at Saturday night's main event when Jey Uso lost to Gunther? Now he won the Royal Rumble, and all of a sudden, we don't like it. What are we doing? Make up your mind. If you gonna be on the yeet train or not. And guess what? Yeet mania is in full effect. And I'm done. I gotta
go hit the comments. And I ain't got nothing else to say. But yeet. All right. So Cole says, well, not 2 years. Charlotte was out all of 2024.
I'm surprised you got nothing to add to it, to be honest.
Yeah. Cole says, Motor City Machine Guns versus DIY, boo that match.
Oh, somebody in the crowd said, I think somebody, hello. I forgot who was coming up, but somebody said, boo this man in the crowd. I was rolling. I was like, yo, they really say that?
They be saying it. Damien said, oh, and Alexa Bliss Fiend Forever jacket is fire. I hope WWE sells that jacket. I hope she still ends up in the white.
Bruh. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Bella. No, I tell you, so this is how crazy WWE is. Her merch and Nikki Bella's merch was already on sale. Already.
Cole says, I like the first fall. Second fall was okay. Third was whack. Find the lie. I don't. Cole says, I'll say this. Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens was the match of the night. It was better than both Rumble matches. Everything Wrestling says, I thought the profits would have split by now. I've already referenced that in my opinion, so. I need Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford to be singles competitors. Ruthless Aggression, Austin Theory, and Carmelo Hayes. Screw the teams. No yeet. Cole says, also, I get the feeling we'll see the beatdown and still DIY retain the titles. And the titles just stop meaning anything again. Cole also says Rhodes versus Owens was one of the most brutal ladder matches in quite some time. I do like those. Cole also says ladders and beer and cameras. It's an interesting thing for sure. Cole also says, you mean should we not have people put themselves in positions for the Kevin Owens Avalanche Fisherman Suplex? Who knows? Damien says the ladder match was good, but wish there was a surprise interference like Orton and wish there was more blood. Yeah, Damien, they definitely didn't need that, as a Playmaker said, but I mean, I understand. They may have made you happy. That's okay. We listen, we don't judge on the Monarchs. Cole says both men got their behinds whooped. Cole also says, all y'all, what you talking about, Playmaker. I like that one. Damien says, Cody don't see colors before he sure was seeing colors after that match. Laugh out loud. Well, you know, it's Hunter that doesn't see colors, not Cody. That's Hunter Hearst Helmsley himself. Cole says Cody saw stars a couple of times. I agree with that too.
Mr. Follow-up.
And I ain't talking about celebrities. He talking about them ones that you see on the old school cartoons spinning around their head. That's what he talking about. I thought Penta was going to come in somewhere in the 20s at least, Damien says. I get it. They put the, Hispanic wrestlers at the beginning. I get it. I feel it. Then he says, I didn't know who the YouTuber was until I searched him after the Rumble. Right. Talking about he going to come back and do something next year. No, you're not. Say that. Yolanda said, that's exactly what I said. Cena over Paul. And she says, that man sucks. She also says, these people on social media have been pissing me off calling Jay a mid-Carter, and he didn't deserve to win the Rumble. They don't piss me off. I laugh at them. And you know what I put on their post? Jay Uso doing the yeet 5 times in a row. I love it.
Oh, don't worry. Cool got something he can cut now. He can cut that whole promo that is cut.
Yeet. Damien says, yo, did y'all see the video of Jacob breaking character celebrating with Jimmy and Jay? We did.
And that made it even more better.
Yep. And Zilla sent him a message too.
Matter of fact, Zilla had a watch party.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever he was at, they had a watch party and they was going in.
And then Damien says, and seeing Jay on Nightcap with Shay Shay and Ocho was funny. I haven't watched it yet, but I heard about it. I'm going to watch it tonight.
Oh, he was on Pat McAfee too.
Yeah. I'll probably watch Pat McAfee, that portion. Pat be saying a lot of outrageous stuff, so I have to watch portions of his show because some of the stuff he be saying, like, bro, you going too far.
Well, hey, they went the whole 9. Michael Cole was in the Thunderdome. Jay Uso made an appearance. Of course, they talked about the NBA and the NFL, and then they finished it off with That Real American. And you know who I'm talking about.
The Real American. But Playmaker, I've had a Yeet Fest. I enjoyed it. Is there anything else that you have for the people before we get up out of here for the evening?
If y'all see me somewhere other than this place right here, that's because your boy is flying to New Orleans early in the morning.
That's what it do. Make sure you tell 4 people that you think are your friends and 4 people who may not be your friends. They all gonna like us. Let's get it popping. Never where you start. It's always where you finish. It's 8:05. Y'all go and enjoy Raw, Rumble, Royal Rumble, Fallout. Let's go.